from January till about April, things started to spiral down. For example, anything that I ate would cause either fatigue or I felt very bloated. My system wasn't working at all. And this isn't to say that I had issues before. I was completely fine with gluten, dairy. I ate everything and I was okay before that. And then what happened was with time, every time I ate, something in my system would just not work. It would either be sleep, or I couldn't stand for very long periods of time. It could be anything. I felt headaches, lightheadedness. I took it first as a sign of maybe I was a bit tired, but it didn't, the feeling of being tired. I went to see a naturopath who's amazing, and she put me on the right protocol to calm my system down, which I did. And it was about 10 kilos of inflammation. Truthfully, 10 kilos. I did not change. So from what I ate before to what I ate with my naturopath, I didn't change the amount of food that I ate, but I had lost 10 kilos because I was eating the foods that would work.
Hi, welcome to my channel, Grit, Grind and Gratitude, where we talk to micro-entrepreneurs about their journey of becoming a micro-entrepreneur and walking that path. Grit, Grind and Gratitude shares stories of resilience, of purpose and values-led entrepreneurs who are shaping their futures boldly. Hi Tamara, it's a pleasure to welcome you. I have been a customer of Teal Bakehouse. I am gluten and dairy intolerant, and therefore it's a delight to have a service like Teal Bakehouse, a cafe like Teal Bakehouse where I can order for some cravings that I have from time to time. So it's an absolute pleasure to welcome you on our channel, Grit, Grind and Gratitude.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much.
Tell us about yours. Go ahead.
I'll start off by introducing myself.
Yes, go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners.
So my name is Tamara. I have a bakehouse called Teal. It started in September 2024. It's an online bakery where we have a central kitchen. We just don't have a physical location, hopefully in the future. And you can order across online platforms or directly through us. So that's basically who I am and where Teal started.
Great. Tell us a little bit of background of what prompted you to start Teal.
It was in 2020. It was during COVID. My background is in Pilates, so I'm a personal trainer and Pilates instructor by nature. I love doing that. It's still very much something that I do, hopefully, eventually will return to at some point. Something happened in 2020, COVID, of course, and there was something in the air, I'd like to call it. We took the vaccine. Of course, I wanted to go see my family. I wanted to be around friends and grandparents. And, the first dose was fine. I felt a little sick, but nothing too crazy. And I felt comfortable that I took the vaccine, and I felt that I was safe to be exposed to people. And then the second dose came again, and I felt a little off. But I just chalked it up to the fact that it's a vaccine, and of course you're going to feel a bit off, but you are protected and everything will be okay. And for my second vaccine, I actually traveled. I traveled to Europe. I had a wonderful time. I spent Christmas with family, so I felt very comfortable being exposed in that sense. Then I arrived back to Dubai. I took my third vaccine. So I was fully vaccinated. I felt, that I did my duty. I was told to do it, so I did it. And it was in January. And then from January, it was a domino effect. So as a personal trainer, I stand for very long hours. So I'm training people, I'm demonstrating the postures and the movements, and it's physical. And from January till about April, things started to spiral down. For example, anything that I ate would cause either fatigue, or I felt very bloated. My system wasn't working at all. And this isn't to say that I had issues before. I was completely fine with gluten, dairy. I ate everything and I was okay before that. And then what happened was, with time, every time I ate, something in my system would just not work. It would either be sleep, or I couldn't stand for very long periods of time. It could be anything. I felt headaches, lightheadedness. I took it first as a sign of maybe I was a bit tired, but it didn't, the feeling of being tired. It wasn't that same feeling. I had a gut feeling that there was something else. And I remember there was one client of mine, I was explaining these symptoms, and at that point I had reached the end. I was reaching the 4-month mark. And at that point, I couldn't stand for long hours because I was so bloated that my back would hurt, my legs would hurt. And she actually told me, she's like, that sounds a lot like, pregnancy feelings. I wasn't pregnant at the time, but now that I do have a child, and then I look back, I was like, okay, yes, it was very much that intense pressure in your tummy, that lower back pain, legs swelling up. It wasn't normal. It resulted in me having, so this is 4 months later, after that conversation, I think it was about a week later, it resulted in me having a very high fever. I, of course, thought it was food poisoning. I was with my husband now. He was my boyfriend at the time. We had dinner, and the following day, I complained that I wasn't feeling very well, and my fever shot up. And it remained quite high for a long time. And I went to the hospital here. They did some checkups. Thankfully, I have my father, who's a doctor in Jordan. He told me to fly back to Jordan to do more tests there. To cut the long story short, I did so many tests. I had a lot of issues within my gut lining. I had a lot of ulcers. I had 4 ulcers in very random places. So it looked it required further investigation to see if this was something more than just an intolerance. So we sent it to further testing. I took blood tests, stool tests, urine tests, endoscopy, colonoscopy, and I was in and out of the hospital for in total weeks. And the conclusion was that nobody could give me a proper answer. And of course, my father and all the doctors are like, it can't be the vaccine, it can't be COVID. These aren't the symptoms from a vaccine. So I can't say it's vaccine related. Maybe it is COVID related because I did catch COVID a couple of times. And so that's the point where it shifted. Nobody could give me a proper answer. I was given medication to dull the pain, but that was pretty much it. I went to see a naturopath who's amazing, and she put me on the right protocol to calm my system down, which I did. And it was about 10 kilos of inflammation. Truthfully, 10 kilos. I did not change. So from what I ate before to what I ate with my naturopath, I didn't change the amount of food that I ate, but I had lost 10 kilos because I was eating the foods that would work that was working for me. And I think that's the most important note is that I started Teal based on foods that work for me. I know it's selfish, but I mean, it happened to work for everybody else. So um, that's um, that's the long story.
That's such an amazing story of coming from a personal setback to bring a business venture around that, to sense that need in the market. Tell me how
Mhm.
steel positioned in the market now.
Teal is now it's a micro bakery. We don't have a physical space. It is still very new, so not a lot of people know it. So we're positioned in a way where we do have artisanal breads, and we do make chocolate squares and certain loaves, flavored loaves that from what I see, people really like and enjoy. We do like to position ourselves in the fact that we do like to create artisanal sourdoughs and artisanal breads and baguettes. That's our main focus. Partially because, as an Arab, I eat a lot of bread. I like to dip the bread in a lot of things, and I'm sure you like bread as well. So it was born from bread more than anything else, and everything else just came later.
So, what are the other products that you offer now?
Right now, we focus on our sourdoughs, artisans, and baguettes. We do have crackers as well. So from the salty, savory side of things, we have a range of breads. From the sweet side of things, it depends what you like. We have chocolate squares. They're different flavors. Raspberry, we've got plain, we've got salted caramel. From our loaves, there's lemon, there's banana, there's chocolate banana, there's walnut banana, there's orange pistachio. It really depends what you like. And we also have fudge brownies, granolas. So I always say when people ask me, what do you recommend? I would recommend what I like. But it depends if you like, do you like cakes more than chocolate? Do you like fudge, like creamy fudge cakes more than, or drier cakes? So it's really a personal preference.
And how's the journey been so far?
So far, it's been good. It's been really good. It's been, I mean, again, I started this from the need to want to eat proper bread. I did this from a point of, I really want to purchase good quality foods, and the foods that I was eating, again, they had like 5 year shelf lives. The gluten-free products that I was seeing out there had like 5 or 6 year shelf life. So it was quite shocking. So to start, it's been very good. I got pregnant shortly after, so that's been an extra thing that I have that I've been going hand in hand with Teal. So I have two babies, Teal and my son. So initially, it's always very tough as an entrepreneur to get your name out there, to get your products out there, because you just need a handful of people to try, and then they tell a handful of people, and they tell a handful of people. So it's a ripple effect, and word of mouth never fails, even if you post zero on Instagram or social media, none of that, because all of this came after. Businesses were thriving prior to social media. So I think word of mouth will remain king. And once you get one or two regular customers, they tell one or two people. It's a slow journey, but it's been such a blessing. And to do it in Dubai is an even greater blessing.
Great to hear this story of how Teal started. Tell us what have been your wow moments during this journey?
Wow moments.
Or high
Wow
points?
mom High points. I think it's the fact that I'm able to have a business, and my husband has a central kitchen, which he operates his catering company. So I use a kitchen to produce the Teal product. So I think that's a big wow factor. And like, wow, I had no idea that I was able to even run a business, let alone like my husband offering me space. I mean, space is so important nowadays, whether it's space at home, whether it's storage, whether it's kitchen space, whether it's whatever space. So the fact that he's dedicating a tiny space for me to make these products is an even bigger blessing, because I understand the importance of space in whatever capacity you can think of, because space is really important. And to do it in Dubai, where it's a multicultural city, you're not targeting just one customer. You're targeting various nationalities, various taste preferences. So it's really important that we're able to cater to that too. So I think these tiny elements, just sometimes I do need to pinch myself, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't realize that every day matters, and every day has led us to this point. So I'm very extremely blessed.
So one of the wow moments that I heard is getting space in your husband's catering business, from his catering business. Are there any other wow moments during this journey?
During this journey, I mean, working with my husband has been amazing. He's been so supportive, and I know that sometimes working with family can pose some potential challenges, but he's been absolutely amazing. If you had asked me 10 years before, I would have never thought I would open a bakery, gluten-free for that matter, because all these allergies never came until later. And to be able to do it with my husband, and to be able to do it in Dubai. So these are all things to me, I'm so extremely blessed to be able to do, because again, I'm a personal trainer, I'm a Pilates instructor by nature, and this is that's how I started in Dubai. So to be able to change the course and run a bakery that thankfully is doing well is really wow. And to be able to do sourdough that is gluten-free, that is tough. That's not
gluten-free and dairy-free as well, right?
And dairy-free as well. Yeah. I mean, dairy you can manipulate a little bit. Dairy is okay, but gluten is the foundation. And to be able to do that without gluten, I was quite shocked. I did a lot of research. There were months of preparation, but to be able to get the consistency that we have for this bread, or for any of the other breads, but especially the sourdough and the artisan loaf, that's pretty impressive, to be honest. It's pretty impressive. The team has been amazing. And they've obviously tweaked things here and there, and they have assisted me and carried me through this whole process. So they're fantastic. So the sourdough is another wow.
So how big a team do you have as of now?
Handful, we're 5, less than 5 maybe. Yeah.
Wow.
I share the team with my husband, so I use some of his team that help me a lot. So if it's one guy one day, it's one guy the next day. So they rotate, but his whole team help, and his whole team know the products. And so everyone's so supportive.
That is so amazing to be able to share resources, because resources are expensive these days. Yeah. And to be able to have trade resources at that.
Exactly. So, and my husband has basically cut the entire hiring process for me. So that's another thing that I'm so grateful for. It's been good, thankfully. Great.
Tell me, there must be some challenges also in the way, because all entrepreneurial journeys come with challenges. Yeah, tell me about your challenges with Teal.
There are, of course, every entrepreneur has challenges. As seamless as a business as it can be, whatever it is, there are always challenges, because as an entrepreneur, you have your vision, you have how things are in an ideal world supposed to run, and then you have reality, which is the day-to-day, and consistency, and making sure that, the sourdough is the same all the time. And whoever makes the sourdough, I don't want to know who makes the sourdough or I don't want to know who's going to make the cake. It should be consistent all the time. The recipe never changes. So consistency is really important, and understanding customer needs and wants. Like, the customers at the end of the day, they are your life. Without your customers, you don't have a business at all, and it can be anything. And listening to the customers is always super important. And we've had to tweak the menu. Things I took off the menu that I absolutely love, that I love in it. Sometimes I'm just like, I spent so long trying and testing this product only for nobody to order it. And so it's a very big learning process to understand the market. And to be very honest with you, you don't need much. You can run on a menu with 3 items and you're good to go. 3 fantastic items, those are and that's it, and you're good to go. You really don't need more is not more. And I always think more is more. Like, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? It's good to want to test and to try and to produce more, but the challenge is not to more is not more. So that was a big wake-up call. Like, not everybody's gonna like everything. And the second thing is, I was pregnant, and I was pregnant 4 months after I started Teal. I found out I was pregnant, and navigating first trimester. I don't know, do you have any children?
Yeah, I do have 2. They're quite grown up now. They're 22 and 18.
Oh.
17, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's amazing. But I mean, like, navigating pregnancy first trimester was really tough. And navigating the 3rd trimester, when you are going to deliver your baby and having your first baby, and then all the emotions that come with that, and then running a business. And when running a business, the tiniest details matter. The tiniest details. Is the bag ripped when it reaches the customer? Why is it ripped? How do we not rip the bag in the process of delivery? Things like that, and then here I am trying to take care of a baby, breastfeed a baby, bottle feed the baby, so these are, it has been so incredibly challenging navigating both. I didn't know I had the capacity to do that, but I guess I do. But again, I do have the support of my husband and a wonderful team, so I can't complain, but it has been very challenging.
So I hear that of the challenges, the top challenge was trying to understand which products the market really wants, because I heard that you really spent a lot of time perfecting a product and nobody in the market ordered that product. So you had to take it off your menu. And then obviously navigating the dual challenges of having a baby and having a bakery, which is also another baby. So, your business as a baby. Yeah, cool. Any other challenges?
So far, these are the main 2. The main 2 challenges is customer needs and wants. And, for anyone listening who has a baby and is trying to start something, it's not easy, but it can be done. It is doable. It's just not easy. And probably the 3rd thing is the 3rd challenge would probably be trying to not do more. Because as an entrepreneur, I find that in the beginning, you're very hungry to get out there. And you will do a lot to put your name out there. You'll meet people, you'll test products, you'll do a lot of things to get out there. While it is very helpful, it's very short-lived. So the small things every day. I know it sounds so cliche, but when you're put in that position, you really understand that the small things that you do every day do add up to a larger picture. And I know that because I'm forced to with a child, like, I do have to scale down because you prior to the baby, I was doing everything at once, any challenge, anything. I wouldn't accept a challenge. I'd just face it before it became a problem. But of course, that's a small business. But as you grow, you are going to get so many problems and so many customer complaints and issues and things like that, and consistency. So less is more.
Less is more, actually. Especially
Absolutely.
in today's go, go, go world, always on world, less is actually more. Yeah. That
Absolutely.
that brings us to the last question for the interview today, which is what will be your words of wisdom for people who are starting out with their small businesses?
Words of wisdom. Definitely the first one is do proper market research and see whether the product or the service that you are providing is it needed. And don't feel down if it's not. A lot of the times the product either actually exists or just people are not interested. There are so many other opportunities, especially with the rise of AI and things like that. There's so many business opportunities that the one that is in your mind, be open to it working, be open to it not working. So I think that's really important to note, is that do proper market research. The second thing is less is more. And again, because I'm put in a position where I'm forced to do less, it really helps you focus on the things that you're actually doing rather than tackling 100 things on your to-do list and just ticking them off as you go. You can do 5 and do them properly. And then you'll never have to revisit them again because they're focused and they're done and they're dusted and they're out the window. And I think that's really important. Less is more. Again, I feel like people won't take that seriously unless they're put in a position where they have to do less is more. At least I was like that. And I'll give a third one. I'm just trying to think of the third one. Mom brain right now. It's not properly working. And the third one is consistency. I think as a customer, as a bakery owner and as a customer, I would want the same product delivered to me, the same every time. Whatever it is that whether it's your car wash service, you have this amazing, trash can collection service, whatever it is, you want the same consistent product service every single time. And that's and I always look at businesses. The easier the business is, for example, I won't give examples, I'll just explain. The easier the business is, from ordering, phone call, delivery, from A to Z, I know that there has been a lot of work done in the back to make the customer feel like, oh, that was so easy. I know there has been a lot of work and a lot of time consumed in customer experience. And I think the easier it is for the customer, the harder it is for the owner, of course, because everything is done in the background. But I always look at how easy of a process it is at a restaurant, at a car wash again service, because I need to wash my car. The easier it is, the harder it is on the owner, and the job well done on the owner's part. So
wow,
customer service satisfaction and consistency.
So I hear you talk about do your market research properly, concentrate on and focus on few jobs done well, and then creating a good customer experience. So studying the entire customer process, distilling it, taking more on your end so that the customer feels, wow, that was easy. Prompting more and more buy-ins of your service then, right?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tamara, so much for agreeing to come on the channel and share your stories. There was a lot of grit, grind, and oodles of gratitude that I heard from your journey, because I heard you repeatedly thanking the universe for what it brought to your table. And that is so lovely.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Tamara.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
If you like this interview, please don't forget to subscribe by pressing the bell icon and follow us on our social media handles as we talk to more and more micro entrepreneurs who are living their dreams boldly.